Hey, what's going on, guys? For this DVD review, it's going to be about Kenta, the best of Kenta in 2009. You can get this DVD at ivpvideos.com. Yes, it is a bootleg, and there's no DVD cover. They'll ship it to you in a sleeve. But trust me, you will get the DVD. He's a pretty good shipper. You know, he's pretty reliable. This is definitely a legit site. So IVP Videos, they'll send you this Kenta release. It's 4 discs long. Um 27 matches for $11.99. You get a lot of great stuff here. And for those guys that don't know, you know, Kenta had one of the best years that anyone's had in the history of professional wrestling, at least since I've been watching wrestling. I mean, I think Kenta's 2009, in my opinion, I think it's up there with Ric Flair from 89, Shawn Michaels from 96, Kurt Angle from 02, 03. You know, I could go on and on. Samoa Joe from 2005 or 2004, 2005. I mean, this was just a phenomenal year for Kenta in Pro Wrestling Noah and all of Japan. I mean, all of Japan, and just in general, and ROH. But let's get down to the review. There's 27 matches on this set, and you know, the first couple matches were kind of like exhibition bouts. You know, you just felt like these were just little matches just to get Kenta warmed up for his bigger matches. So the first 2 matches were like maybe 2 3/4, 3 stars. Then we had a pretty good tag match, Kenta and Aoki versus Mashimo and Nakajima. You know, the Kenta and Nakajima went at it pretty hard here. So this is a little bit better than the previous 2 matches. That's maybe like 3 1/4. Next up, we had the first great match on the set. We get Kenta versus Kotaro Suzuki from January 25th in Pro Wrestling Noah. This was excellent. This was great stuff. This is very dramatic. I've talked about this match before, but you know, it's Suzuki actually bladed himself, tried to make it seem like Kenta busted him open, but you know, the referee got involved. Just a very dramatic match with a ton of drama. So definitely check it out. That's like a 4 1/4 star match. Next we had Kenta versus Nakajima. This is the match from Kensuke office. You know, a lot of people think this is probably one of the best matches from 2009. I prefer the Noah one a little bit better, but this was awesome. This was a lot longer. This is where Nakajima actually won the GHC Junior Heavyweight title. This is a match to see. So this is the Kensuke office match from February 11th, 2009. So everyone needs to check this out if you haven't seen it. Then they had another tag match with Nakajima on here. Don't really remember much about it. You know, like I said, a lot of the tag matches are just generic, just basic stuff. Then they had the great match from Pro Wrestling Noah, March 1st, Kenta versus Nakajima. This is excellent. You know, most people would say this is probably the second or third best match of 2009, right behind Taker versus Michaels. Some people even voted it as the best match in all professional wrestling from 2009. I mean, it was just a sick match. It was just a lot of crazy bumps, a lot of you know, stiff kicks, a lot of great counters to go to sleep. Just everything you can think of. You know, everyone needs to check this match out. You can watch it on YouTube. Just type in Kenta versus Nakajima, Pro Wrestling Noah, March 1st, 2009. You'll probably be able to find it. Then we had a match with God, I do not remember any. All these tag matches just seem like a blur. But the tag match with Shiozaki, it was decent. You know, all the tag matches were like 3 stars to 3.5 stars. Then they had a match with Kenta and Kobashi and Ada versus Sasaki, Morishima, and Miyahara. This is from Pro Wrestling Noah from 4/13, 2009. And this was good. You know, Morishima was really dominant in this match. He pretty much, you know, demolished everyone. Then we had a match with Kenta versus Genba Hirayanagi, I think that's how you say his name. This was actually just highlights, but it was pretty brutal. It was like a hardcore match, pretty good action, but like I said, it was like semi clipped. Then we had Kenta versus Jun Akiyama. This is one of Kenta's best matches from 2009. The single stuff is really what you need to check this out for, and most of the single stuff you can find on YouTube. But you know, Kenta versus a bigger guy, you know, great little man versus big man match. Kenta actually jobbed in this match, so it was not for the GHC Junior Heavyweight title, but this is a great match. Next we had Kenta versus Akihiko Ito from May 18th. This is okay. This is probably one of the weaker Kenta singles matches that I've seen on here. It just didn't go too long. Just you know, just it felt like an exhibition bout. Next up, we had the most underrated Kenta match from this whole, or the most underrated Kenta match from 2009, from what I've seen. And this is where I'm leaving off at. You know, I'll continue the second part of the review later. But Kenta and Ricky Marvin was phenomenal. This is from June 4th from Pro Wrestling Noah. Excellent, excellent stuff. The counters to the go to sleep were insane in this match. This featured a lot of high spots in the actually done in the crowd. I mean, pretty much everything you can expect. Like I said, it's very, very underrated. A lot of people don't talk about it. But I'll continue with the review pretty soon. Next up, we get a set of tag matches. We have Kenta and Ito taking on Suzuki and Genba. I don't remember much about this. This is probably like a three to a 3.5 star match. And then we had Kenta and Ito taking on Kanemaru and Ishimori. This is when Kenta and Ishimori, they started interacting. I believe Ishimori did not shake Kenta's hand after this match. And so that's pretty much what it was. Next up, we have one of the best matches of 2009. A lot of people some people actually thought this was the best match in all professional wrestling 2009. It's a great tag match. Kenta and Go Shiozaki taking on the Kensuke office team of Nakajima and Sasaki. This was from June 22nd. Just an excellent tag match. A lot of great spots. The Kenta and Nakajima action was awesome. You can definitely see Go Shiozaki improved a lot since he came back to Japan. There was a sick counter to the Doomsday device. The Kensuke office team was going for the Doomsday, and then Shiozaki countered that into a Hurricanrana. So just an excellent, excellent tag team match. It is a match to see, so definitely check it out. Next we had Kenta versus Go Shiozaki from July 5th. Very, very underrated. The singles stuff is the most memorable stuff from the set, like I said, and this is really good. Kenta did a lot of nice counters to the Go Flasher and the Go to Sleep, and there was some nice, fisherman suplexes and just everything. It was a good match. It's pretty underrated. It's probably like a 3 3/4, 4-star match. But when you hear about Kenta's best matches from the year, this really doesn't get talked about. Next up, we had a series of great matches. We had Kenta tagging up with Ishimori. The first match was against Aoki and Ibushi. Kota Ibushi in the match. You expect a lot of great stuff. This was great. Ishimori is very impressive. He's very light, very cut up. He can move in the ring. Him and Kenta made a great tag team. So this is like a 4-star match. Then we had Kenta and Ishimori taking on Roderick Strong and Bryan Danielson. This was excellent. Danielson looked good. I imagine this was right after the staph infection. This was when they were away from ROH during Death Before Dishonor 7 weekend. So yeah, this is great stuff. Kenta and Danielson did their thing. That you expect a typical greatness from both of those guys in the ring. Just really, really enjoyed it. 4 stars, like a soft 4 stars. Good. Maybe it could have been better, but still really enjoyed it. And the last match on the third disc was actually Kenta and Ishimori taking on Kotaro and Genba. This was kind of a squash match. I mean, it didn't last that long. So, all right. So this is the final part of the DVD. Kenta and Taiji Ishimori, they tagged up together. They had a lot of good tag matches, and eventually, they had their singles match, which was kind of weird to me. I thought these guys might have a much better match, but the chemistry was kind of off. Taiji is very athletic. He's very cut up, but for some reason, him and Kenta just didn't have like as fast paced of a match as I was anticipating. But still a good match. And this match, Kenta and Kobashi actually teamed up to face Shiozaki and Ito. This took place outdoors. It was took place during some kind of hall. I mean, the scenery was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see something outdoors. I'm not sure what was the Misawa tribute match. I'm not sure if this was it. If someone please help me out with that. I imagine it came a little bit later on, but this is pretty mediocre to me. Kenta and Shiozaki chopped the shit out of each other, but it just was nothing special. It just didn't come off good to me. I just wasn't impressed with it. I don't know about you guys, but that match, you can find it on YouTube. I've seen it on YouTube before, but they put a 9-man battle royal on here with Kenta. It was pretty good. It wasn't an over-the-top rope type of thing, but, try to eliminate your man by pin or submission. I thought it came off well. 3.5 stars, good stuff. Then there's a couple more tag matches to round out the set. So yeah, I mean, this Kenta release was a great release. Obviously, Kenta had one of the best years in the history of the business, from what I've seen. Since I've been watching wrestling, this is a phenomenal set. He put on some great matches in Ring of Honor last year, but this is all his Pro Wrestling Noah stuff and some of his other stuff from Japan. So it's not to be slept on. Like I said, the singles matches are probably the highlights of this set, but you get a lot of decent tag matches, a lot of great stuff here. The tag matches kind of come off like a blur. Like I've said, it's very, very blurry. It's hard to you know distinguish some of these tag matches from the other ones. So this will be hard to digest. It's a lot all at once. I would not recommend this if like the best way to put this is I would not really recommend this if you're just right now it's trying to get into the Japanese scene or trying to get into the independent wrestling scene. You probably will have a tough time connecting with some of the guys in the ring. But like I said, if you are a hardcore Japanese wrestling fan, if you do like Kenta, obviously pick this up. It's a bargain for $12. You probably can't get more bang for your buck than this set. I don't think there's anything else out there that you could pick up that you could get as much quality as this. So just great stuff. So go to IVP videos to check it out. I'll probably have the star ratings for Volume 2. Volume 2 is only one disc, but as of this taping of the review, I have not watched it yet. So yeah, guys, definitely pick this up.